Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon or Rising. It's the weekly reading for the week of September the 30th to October the 6th. Your cards this week, Aquarius, you have the Dance with Life Oracle card. We have the Lovers, the King of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Six of Wands. So I'm just going to start off here, Aquarius, by reading out your Oracle card, Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious, intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat which governs all of life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. So it's a bit of a metaphor there at the end, Aquarius, it really means to do something different, to switch things up, to keep changing your energy so that you can really, keep in alignment with the rhythms of life. Spirit wants you to evolve. It wants you to align with your highest purpose. And sometimes when we hold on to things from the past, people, situations, things, it can stop us from moving forward. It can lead to us becoming quite stuck, stagnating, and then we block ourselves from things coming in that truly align with us. It sort of stops us from evolving spiritually. So here in the past situation, I'm going to start here with Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Here we see that playing out. We see that sense of being stuck. We see that sense of stagnation. The Eight of Swords is about those kind of the inner devaluing that keeps us stuck. So it can be the feeling of victim mentality. It can be all those self-beliefs, limiting self-beliefs, the feelings of not being good enough, the stories that we've written in our script from the past that, we have, abandonment issues or the past hurts, all those kind of things that devalue our future, stop us from moving forward. You can see here, this person has a clear path to walk out from being surrounded by all these swords, but they don't see it because they're bound and blindfolded, because it's the limiting beliefs from the past that hold us, from actually moving forward. So we really need to be able to release from that. Otherwise, we end up just holding on, being stuck, being stagnant, and being unable to move forward to greater value. Holding on to the past devalues the future. It's knowing when to loosen the grip. It's knowing when to move on. It's knowing when to cut the energetic cords. So think, what situation have you been in the recent past that may have held you like this? Was it a relationship that you knew that, it was time, but you held in there because maybe you thought you couldn't do any better. Maybe you were worried that you couldn't make it on your own. Maybe, you were scared of being on your own, being lonely, feeling abandoned if you left that situation. Is it the same thing could apply to a career or business situation? Did you feel like, you wouldn't be able to be of value to anybody else? Is it easier sometimes to stay stuck? It is, absolutely, because change can be hard. Change can be painful. But by staying in something that is past its use by date, we really are keeping ourselves from achieving something much greater. A Nine of Ten of Pentacles reality, true abundance, true love, true heartfelt situations. So yeah, that's what I see in the past. Some of you may have already begun to release this. Some of you may have released it. Some of you are doing that this week. Yeah, because what we see here with the Lovers and the Two of Swords is we see a really huge decision of the heart. So the Lovers is the biggest card of matters of the heart. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic relationship or a friendship. It can be, but it can just be something that's really, really dear to your heart. So for some of you, your career situation, your job, the way you make your money could be your biggest matter of the heart. You'll know what that is for you. But under the Two of Swords, we see you divided in a serious situation relating to this matter of the heart. And it's this decision, it's this outcome of this decision that's going to set you free from this kind of energy. So for some of you, you know, that might mean that you need to release it completely. For others of you, it may just mean that you need to do something really different to change your energy within that situation so you can bring it into a place of forward movement, a place of higher purpose alignment, rather than a place that's making you feel stagnant, holding you trapped, holding you in self-limited beliefs and victim mentality and that kind of thing. You know, the Two of Swords was, you know, in the past known as a love card because it does say, you know, it's about, she's protecting her heart here. It's about making a decision that could relate to the realm of love, whether it's romantic love or, you know, self-love. It can talk about that Two of Swords energy, about being blinded in decision making because we are hung up in the emotional aspect, right? So I think we can all relate to that, you know, trying to make the decision that's best for us, but we are held by the emotional commitments, connections that we have with the situation. For example, you know, we may know that a relationship doesn't serve our highest purpose, but we have so much emotional attachment to that person. We might even have codependency. So it's really hard for us to make the most enlightened decision for ourselves. Now, the moon here in the corner is that reminder to follow your intuition, because deep down in your gut, you know what the right thing is to do. You know, you might feel like you're weighing up quite equal options here or directions, but I think essentially, you know, the one that's going to lead to the most forward movement will change your energy and propel you into a sense of victory in your life. And that's what we need to aim for. We really want to make the decision that's going to free us from this kind of energy. So I feel like this week, you know, that decision is coming to a head. You know, you're actually going to have to decide. It is time. The cards here are saying that it's time for you to do that. It's time for you to step back into your power. And that's what we see here through making that decision. That's when we start to see you, Aquarius, stepping back into your strong Aquarian energy. So King of Swords can absolutely represent you. And it's representing you in your, you're very much your mature, your dominant energy. The King of Swords is somebody who makes really great decisions for themselves. And look at the scale here. He's so big compared to everything else. It's you really becoming into that strong sense of power, feeling larger than these feelings of the past. The King of Swords also can use that sword to cut themselves free, to cut these bindings, to truly be able to move forward, to set boundaries in his life, to bring things to justice. It can represent that sword of justice. And he knows that by doing these things, there is true transformation on offer. So you have the the opportunity to transform yourself by choosing the right decision, the best decision for you, Aquarius. Because we see the card of victory here in the Six of Wands. We see you moving forward in a victorious direction. And the Six of Wands is that kind of card that other people might see you and go, whoa, what have you done? Your energy has really, really changed. You've got your head held high. You've got a whole new energy about you. Getting that sense of public recognition because you've done something to change your energy. What you did was released yourself from a situation that was no longer serving you. You made the best decision. You came into power. People sense that energetic shift. Now, we do have what came out with the Six of Wands here. We do have the Five of Swords here too, Aquarius. So, the Five of Swords is also a victory card, which is interesting. So you had two victory cards that come out together. But the Five of Swords is a victory that comes at a cost because you've used your sword of battle rather than a sword of victory to fight it. So what do I mean? Well, it could mean that you maybe, cut someone off in the wrong way. Maybe you have harsh words with them. Maybe you don't be kind and compassionate when you're making this decision, when you're delivering your message, when you're delivering your communication. So be mindful as to how you communicate this decision to the parties that are involved. because I think essentially, you are dealing with a weaker party here, Aquarius. They've already, put their swords down. They're not a matched opponent for you, I'm hearing here. So, be really mindful. You're going to be in a greater sense of power, a position of authority over them. I think you're really going to be feeling in your own. You've got the ability to kind of crush another party is what I'm sensing. So be really